Good morning, my friends. Welcome to this Vinyasa flow, a nice, easy, gentle beginner's flow this morning. If you have any props in your practice and you want to grab a couple of blocks and a strap, then do so now and then join us back on the mat. So enjoy and follow along. Today we'll start off in Balasana, child's pose. So we'll take our knees as wide as the mat, our big toes to touch, taking our hips back to our heels, then just walking our hands out in front, and slowly bringing our chest to the floor and our forehead to the floor. And just breathe nice and easily here. Just notice with each inhale and each exhale, your body sinks deeper into the posture. On your next inhale, just come up to all fours. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees hip width apart and underneath your hips for a tabletop position. And then from here we'll take the weight into our left hand, inhale our right arm to the sky as we look up. And then exhale, feed our right hand between our left hand and knee, hovering our shoulder off the ground. Inhale back up and open. And exhale, thread the needle. One more here, inhale, open, and exhale, thread the needle. Just slowly waking the body here. Inhale, right arm to the sky, looking up, and exhale, planting your right hand back on the mat underneath your shoulder. Inhale, left arm to the sky as you look up, and exhale, threading the needle, hovering your shoulder off the ground. Inhale, back up and open. And exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, left arm to the sky. And exhale, threading the needle. Inhale, taking your left arm to the sky. As you place your left hand back on the mat, tucking your toes, and just walking your hands a little further out in front. As you press your hips back and pressing into the ground to down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here your feet want to be hip width apart. Your hands are shoulder width apart. A slight bend in your knees. Your hips to the sky. And a slight tuck in with your armpits. Just to raise your chest up a little bit so we're not completely collapsing and dumping the weight into our shoulders. And then from here we're going to inhale, drop our knees to the ground as we arch our spine and look forward. And exhale, taking our hips back to our heels and then pressing back to down dog. Inhale, dropping our knees to the ground, arching our spine, looking forward. And exhale, pressing our hips back to our heels, back to down dog. Inhale, dropping our knees to the ground, arching the spine, looking forward. And exhale, pressing our hips back and then to down dog. Two more in your own time, in your own breath as you inhale forward. And exhale, taking it back. Last one here, inhale forward. And exhale, taking it back. Just a couple of breaths now. As you exhale, just bend your knees slightly, looking forward. And then inhale, stepping to the front of your mat for a halfway lift. Your hands can be on your shins or your thighs. Flat back, look forward. And exhale, forward fold. Allow your head and your arms to be heavy. Your feet hip width apart. And from here you can grab opposite elbows. A slight bend in your knees or bend as much as you wish here. And you can have a gentle rock from side to side. Find any movement that feels good for you.
And just breathe into your back here. Nice release for your back. Nice release for the hamstrings. And then just exhale, just release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees a lot here as you inhale. Roll up one vertebrae at a time.
As you inhale, bring your hands above your head, palms to touch. And then exhale, hinging at your hip, slight bend in your knees, coming forward for Uttanasana, and taking your arms behind your head, interlacing your fingers to make one big fist. And try to get the palms of your hands together here. And just keep breathing. Bend your knees as much as you need. And as you keep breathing here, just allow your arms to keep coming over your head without forcing. And if you're feeling open in the back of your legs, you're welcome to straighten them. Just honour your body today and where you're at. Exhale, releasing your hands, lowering your hands to the ground. As you inhale, sweeping your arms up for Utkatasana, chair pose. Try to draw your shoulders away from your ears here. Tucking your tailbone. A little bit of a strong posture here just to wake up the body, create some strength. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, stepping your left foot back towards your mat. Then inhale, bringing your chest forward, your heart open. And exhale, stepping back to down dog. Inhale, bend both knees slightly. And exhale, take your left heel to the ground, your right knee bends. And then inhale, your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Try to keep your hips square, your toes point down to the ground. And exhale, bringing your foot between your hands, dropping your left knee to the ground and tucking your toes. If you need a couple of blocks here in your practice, you can grab them now and choose what height setting you need them on. Just on your body, on your practice. Inhale, bring our heart forward, sink into the hips, getting into that left hip flexor. And then exhale, taking our hips back, right foot flexes, toes point to the sky. Inhale, coming forward, your heart open, sinking into your hips. And exhale, taking your hips back, right toes to the sky. And just hold here for a few breaths. Use your props if you need. If you want more of a stretch, you can draw your right hip back, your left hip forward to square them off. And you should feel a nice stretch on your right hamstring, the back of your right leg. And from here, we're going to inhale, bring our chest forward, opening our heart, tucking our left toes, pressing our palms into the ground, and stepping back to down dog. Inhale, drop our knees to the ground. And then from here, we're going to exhale, bring our chest to the ground, our elbows tuck into our body for Ashtanga Namaskar. And then inhale, just glide forward. And tucking your toes. Now from here, we're going to have strong legs, strong back, taking our hands off the mat. I'm going to inhale, lift our chest off the ground. We'll keep looking forward. And exhale, just release. Two more like this. Inhale, strong legs, strong back, chest off the ground. And exhale, release. Last one here, Bhujangasana. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Pressing our hands into our mat, tucking our toes. Pressing our hips back,
to our heels and back to down dog. As we exhale, bend our knees, look forward. Inhale, step to the front of our mat. Halfway lift, flat back, look forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Arms above our head, palms to touch. And exhale, hinging at your hip. Slight bend in your knees, your arms come behind your back. And interlace your hands the opposite way from last time. So the non-normal way for you. And again, just keep breathing here. Try to get your palms to touch to make one big fist. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears. If you're feeling open in your legs, you can start to straighten them. And allow your hands to come over your head. And exhale, just release. Allow your hands to come to the ground. As you bend your knees and inhale, sweep your arms for Utkatasana, chair pose. Tucking your tailbone, dropping your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, forward fold, planting your hands, folding at your hip. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. And exhale, plant your hands, stepping your right foot back this time. As you sink your hips, opening your heart. And exhale, pressing back to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees slightly. And exhale, take your right heel to the ground as your left knee bends. And inhale, take your left leg to the sky for three-legged dog. Toes point down to the ground and square off your hips. And exhale, bring your left foot between your hands. Dropping your right knee to the ground and tucking your toes. Again, grab your blocks if you need. Going to inhale, sink your hips, open your heart. And exhale, taking your hips back. Left toes point to the sky, folding over your left leg. Inhale, coming forward, sinking into that right hip flexor, opening your chest and heart. And exhale, taking your hips back. Left toes point to the sky, folding over your leg. And we will hold here for a few breaths. If you want more of a stretch, you can draw your left hip back, your right hip forward. You should feel a nice stretch on the back side of your left leg. Then inhale, coming forward, bringing your heart forward. Exhale, tucking your right toes, pressing into the mat, back to down dog. This time we'll inhale, coming forward to a plank position. You can drop your knees here if you need to. Otherwise we'll exhale, halfway down with our chest. Then inhale, come forward for up dog. Come onto the tops of our feet. Strong legs, strong core. And exhale, tucking our chin. Rolling over our feet, taking our hips back to the sky, to down dog. Just a couple of breaths here. And exhale, bend our knees, looking forward. And inhale, stepping either side of our hands here. Formalasana, yogi squat. And it doesn't matter where you're at in your squat, if your heels are off the ground or if you're up here. Just allow your body to move into a comfortable position and you should feel a nice stretch in your groin. And keep your legs active here. Don't completely dump all the weight. And if you want, you can start to draw your knees out to the side to create more of a stretch. Palms together. And you can draw your shoulder blades towards each other. And your legs should be active here. You can have a little movement from side to side if you wish. Just do what's comfortable for your body. And then we'll exhale, taking a seat on the mat.
bringing the soles of our feet together and bring them in towards our groin as close as it is comfortable for you. And we can grab the tops of our feet, elbows tuck in, a nice straight back here. And we can start to press our feet towards each other using our legs. And that should start to feel a stretch in your hips and your groin. And then from here, if this is comfortable, you can start to lean forward, but try and keep a nice straight back if you can. It doesn't matter how far forward you come. And if this is still comfortable, you can start to press on the insides of your legs with your elbows to create more of a stretch. And just keep breathing here into this posture. With each inhale, it will move into places that are tight. And then with each exhale, your body can sink deeper into the posture as you begin to open your hips more. And just inhale slowly, coming back up and taking both legs out long here. You're welcome to grab a strap if you need a strap, coming on top of your sitting bones here, so you might need to move the flesh away from your bum. And both legs together, going to inhale, take our arms above our head, and then exhale, hinging at the hip and grabbing the tops of our feet. If you need to use a strap, you can put a strap around your feet, that's fine. And then from here, we'll just tuck our chin in slightly and keep a nice straight back. And you should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings and in your back. If you need to bend your legs here, you can also do that. That will release the hamstrings even more. And then from here, if it's comfortable, you're welcome now to hinge at the hip even more. And allow your chest and your head to come towards your thighs and your knees. But don't try and force here, just use your breath. Breathe into the tightness. Notice the space fill up with air. And as you exhale, just allow your body to sink into that space. Breath by breath. If you try and force too many postures in yoga or in anything in life, it just causes injury. So just allow your breath, allow your body weight and gravity to do the work here. And then just inhale, very slowly release, coming back up to a seated position. You might need to shuffle forward on your mat a little bit here, taking your legs out long, taking your arms out in front, and just using your core here, slowly moving down one vertebrae at a time. Nice core engagement. See how controlled and slowly you can do it. And then from here, bring the soles of our feet to the mat, just so you can touch the heels. And we'll bring our right foot over our left thigh, flexing our right ankle here, flexing the left ankle. And then from here we can feed our right arm through the gap. You can grab the back of your left thigh or the front of your shin, keeping both ankles flexed to protect your knees here. And just slowly begin to bring that left knee towards your left armpit. And if it's comfortable, you can take your right hip towards the front of your mat and your right knee towards the front of your mat. And you'll notice a nicer stretch on your right glute and the outside of your right thigh. And then exhale, release, switching legs, your left foot on top of your right thigh, feeding your arms through the gap, flexing both ankles here to protect the knees, grabbing your right shin or the back of your right thigh, and just gently here, pulling your right knee into your right armpit, just moving with the breath. With each exhale, just move into that space you create. And if you want here, you can take your left hip and push it towards the front of the mat, and your left knee towards the front of the mat.
and you'll notice a deeper stretch in your left glutes and the outside of your left thigh. And just exhale, release, squeezing both knees into your chest and just gently swaying from side to side. Grabbing the backs of your thighs now and just gently rocking forward and backwards a few times. A nice massage for the spine for the end of our practice. And then come up to a seated position once you're ready. Bringing your palms together, centre of your chest in Anjali Mudra. And softly close down your eyes. Just take a moment of gratitude for turning up on your mat today. Raising your hands to your head for kindness in your thoughts towards yourself and others. Hands to your heart for kindness in your actions. And hands to your lips for kindness in your words. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Thank you, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the practice today. Have a beautiful day.